Bad luck, Carlitos. What made Novak so tough to beat tonight?
Well, he's really tough. He plays the same level during the whole match. And the shot quality that he has is unbelievable. He plays really deep. That is really difficult to take advantage from that. And once again, he has shown why he's the best player in the world.
English first, please introduce yourself.
Hi, Carlos Simone Eterno, Eurosport. Oh my God. To me, one of the most fake result of the year, 6-3, 6-2. It doesn't look like that. You played unbelievable tennis, more than 80% with your serve, during with your first serve during all match, and still, Novak winning like this. How do you deal with that? And if you have the same feeling that I have, that is a fake result.
Well, it's for me has been difficult to realize, the result, the match, but when it was 15, 20 minutes after the match that, I was a little bit down, but I feel like I am not in his level in indoor court, obviously. I've played great matches, in Wimbledon, in Cincinnati, in Roland Garros, and I felt in that match that I'm in the level, But once we stepped on the court, in indoor court, I felt like I have to practice more. I have to be better player. Obviously, he has more experience than me playing in this tournament, in this courts. But he's unbelievable. It's not about just serving against him. He has a great return game, and unbelievable, I'm gonna say. And he, as I said, he pushes you to the limit in every ball, in every shot. Probably I've played great points, but it was like one great point, then 3-4 points, just mistakes. First ball went out, something like that. That again, a player like Novak, you cannot do that.
Carlitos, good evening. Great match for your experience, if I may add. And I know it may be too early, but what do you think could have been a plan B in the case of such a match?
Sorry?
What could have been like an alternative plan in such a match? I know it's a little early to say that.
I don't know, honestly. Probably just run and put balls in with not with no speed, with anything else, just to play long rallies. But once again, against a player like Novak, it's not enough. I'm gonna say that I had to put myself in a position that I had to attack more or play more aggressively. If I have mistakes, it's the same. But as I said, against a player like Novak, you have to play your 100%. Going into the line. If not, you're dead.
Hi, Carlos. How will you think about this match during the next 2 months? Because you go into the off season, you won't face him again until at least Australia. So how do you think about this match? Will you think more about Wimbledon and Cincinnati and just forget about this? Or how do you think it will work for you as you get ready for Australia?
Well, this match helped me a lot, coming into the preseason. Right now, I know all the things that I have to improve if I want to be there, if I want to beat the best player in the world. With Juan Carlos, we have to talk about the precision, what we have to to practice what we have to do, and obviously I'll rewatch the match to see, you know, my weakness, just to improve it and be a better player. You know, I will forget, you know, all the matches that I've played against him. You know, the Wimbledon final, the Cincinnati, Roland Garros. I'm gonna focus on this match because I felt like I have to improve a lot of things if I want to stay at his level. So that's what I'm gonna think in the preseason.
Hello, Carlos. We had unusual scenes at the end of the match after Novak broke you. You threw your racket. You chat maybe with Juan Carlos. You didn't look to agree with Juan Carlos. What was in your mind at this moment where you threw your racket? You made gestures to your box. What was in your mind at this precise moment? It was very unusual from you.
Well, yeah, it was an unbelievable point. I would say I couldn't play better this point, and even that I lost it. So it's you know, a little bit of frustration for me to play my best tennis in that point, and even that I lost it. It was the same for me. I mean, he was telling me that I have to stay strong mentally. I have to stay strong there, but I couldn't. It's something that I have to improve, for example. But you know, he told me before the match to stay focused in the first shots, and here in this match, probably I had 15 times that I had a mistake, you know, from the first shot, and for me it was tough to deal with that. You know, in some specific moments, some difficult moments, just serve and had a mistake. You know, in the first shot for me was a pity, and for me it was really, really tough to deal with, and that's what I was thinking about.
Hi, Carlos Nemanja Stanic from website Mondo. I wanted to ask you, Novak is starting 400 week on Monday, being number one. How do you look from that as a member of younger generation, of someone who's upcoming? How does that look from your perspective? Is that maybe some motivation for you, you know?
Well, honestly, if I have to think about it, you know, I have to stay there about 15 years. So it's unbelievable. Of course, it's a motivation because I'm an ambitious guy and I want to be the best in history. I want to practice with a goal. I want to beat him. I want to win every tournament that I'm gonna play. But at the same time, I will not think about it, you know, because it's really, really difficult. It's something that you know, a legend from our sport couldn't make it, and it's an unbelievable what he's doing. You know, just breaking records, winning every tournament that he goes. You know, it's crazy. It's you know, a mix of motivation and a mix of I don't want to think about it.
Hey, Novak. Well done tonight.
Thank you.
I mean, I know you still have another match to play tomorrow, but when we sat here a year ago, you were in a much different place. Can you reflect at all on sort of like where you've been since then? I mean, there was so much uncertainty a year ago about where you'd be able to play and what you'd be able to do, and here you are, 12 months later, back in the same spot, 3 more Grand Slams and a point.
Well, I guess you know, last year's circumstances I used as a fuel for this year, and had a almost perfect season. You know, Grand Slam season that mattered the most to me, and ended up the year as #1 in the world. So reached really all the objectives that I had. broke many records and made history of the sport. So of course I'm, thrilled with the season. But one more match to go. So hopefully I can crown the season with another win.
Hi, Novak. Simone Eterno, Eurosport. It was an amazing season. It's been an amazing season so far for you. Three Grand Slam, one final, fifth set against Carlos. How do you rate the performance of tonight? How do you put it? Because, in my opinion, you put it a super peak from the defensive side on the second set.
Yeah, one of the best matches of the year. In these circumstances, playing probably the biggest rival I had this year, Carlos. We had some epic matches. Actually, all three matches that we played this year were marathon matches that went the distance. So I think everyone expected, including probably both of us, that we're going to have a long night, a big fight, a long match. But I just managed to, I guess, step it up. And when I broke his serve in 4-3 in the first set, played really flawless match until the end of the match. Played great tennis, high level, put a lot of pressure on his service games, made him play. I served really well when I needed to, and just best match of the week, one of the best match of the year, and could not be coming in a better time for me, considering that I maybe wasn't playing my best tennis in the first three group stages, matches of the group stage, but tonight I played, close to my very, very best.
Hello, Novak. Some rallies in this match were similar to your matches against Rafa. Do you see Rafa in Carlos, maybe?
No, I know. They are different players, but in terms of maybe a great occasion and the feeling of the intensity on the court that he brings, there is some similarity, but he's a completely different player from Rafa. He's one of the most complete players that I ever faced in my career, and it's quite impressive for his age that he's able to play consistently well for now several years already, and he's the youngest ever #1 in the world that we had. So a brilliant career already, and I think it's quite obvious that he's going to have a brilliant career full of success in the years to come. He's still very, very young, but yeah, he does bring the best out of me. He makes me prepare for the match as best that I possibly can, and that's where I probably would compare it to the preparations that I had in the matches against Nadal or Federer, where I had to come out every single time at the peak of my abilities in order to win against them.
Novak, you gave 16 years in age to Carlos, and tomorrow you'll give 14 years in age to Yannick.
Thanks for reminding. Appreciate it.
What do you expect, or what are your thoughts going into that final? And from what happened a couple of days ago, does that add to the incentive and motivation?
It does add. I think it also serves as a great preparation tool, I guess, analyzing that match that we played a few nights ago and understanding what needs to be done better in order to win from my side. He has been the best player of the tournament so far, won 4 out of 4 matches and played some great tennis, obviously riding on the big wave of support of his Italian crowd here. Tomorrow is the finals. He's going for his first trophy. I'm going for my 7th in the year-end World Tour finals. So I've been in these situations before, and hopefully experience can help a bit, but I don't think it's going to prevail because he's been playing well. He's going to have crowd on his side. I know what to expect, and I think having already a match against him and this kind of atmosphere helps me prepare better. And the performance of tonight really gives me good feelings ahead of tomorrow's final because I've played my best match of the tournament so far.